Imagine a country where a wife doesn't just have one husband, but five. Yes, you heard that right, 5 husbands, all living under the same roof. It might sound unbelievable, but this strange tradition exists in a land of breathtaking mountains, ancient cultures, and unique ways of life. Welcome to Nepal, where a centuries-old practice challenges everything we think we know about love, family, and marriage. Stick around as we uncover the fascinating story behind Nepal's surprising and rare tradition of fraternal polyandry. Nepal is a land of contrasts. Imagine standing at the foot of Mount Everest, the tallest peak in the world, gazing up at its towering, snow-capped summit. From the lush, green valleys to the rugged, arid mountainsides, Nepal's landscapes are as diverse as they are awe-inspiring. But it's not just the natural beauty that makes Nepal unique, it's the culture. A blend of ancient Hindu and Buddhist traditions, vibrant festivals, intricate art, and rich history flow through every corner of this country. Whether you're in the bustling streets of Kathmandu or the peaceful villages high in the Himalayas, Nepal offers a sense of spirituality and wonder like no other place on earth. But here's where it gets truly fascinating. Imagine a world where one woman can't have 5 husbands. And it's not just some fairy tale, it's a tradition that's been practiced for centuries. In Nepal, this ancient practice challenges everything we know about love, family, and marriage. So, why does this happen? How does it work? And what does it reveal about life in the Himalayas? You're about to discover a story that'll leave you questioning the boundaries of tradition and modern life. And hey, if you're as curious as I am, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join us on this incredible journey. We've got more hidden gems and mind-blowing stories from around the world coming your way, right here on World Discovery Path. But why does this happen? Why would a woman marry not just one man, but his brothers too? What's the story behind this rare tradition that's been passed down for generations? And more importantly, how does it work in a society where such an arrangement is the norm? Stick with us as we uncover the fascinating truth behind this ancient practice and discover what it reveals about life in the remote Himalayas. I know, you're getting bored, but hold off, wait is finally over. Let me tell you the real reason behind this surprising tradition. Why does it happen? Why would a woman marry 5 brothers? The answer is not as strange as it might seem at first. It's all about survival in one of the harshest places on earth. In the remote Himalayan villages of Nepal, life isn't easy. The land is scarce, and resources are limited. These villages are high up in the mountains, where the terrain is rugged and farming isn't as simple as it sounds. If each son in a family were to marry and take his share of the family's land, it would be divided into tiny, unproductive pieces too small to sustain everyone. So, what's the solution? The brothers stay together and share the same wife, so they don't have to divide their land and resources. Fraternal polyandry is a way to keep the family strong, united, and functional. By sharing a wife, they ensure the family stays close-knit, the land remains undivided, and everyone contributes equally to the family's survival. This isn't just a choice, it's a practical, life-saving tradition that has allowed these communities to survive for generations. In a place where every bit of land and every drop of water matters, this tradition has become an essential part of life. So, what exactly is fraternal polyandry, and why is it so important in Nepal? Well, it's a rare and fascinating practice where a woman marries multiple husbands. But here's the twist, they're all brothers. This isn't your average polyandry, where a woman might marry men from different families. In fraternal polyandry, the husbands are from the same family, sharing everything from their household to their land. It's not just a family arrangement, it's a survival strategy. In Nepal's remote mountain villages, where resources are incredibly scarce, this practice makes sense. The land is limited, and dividing it among multiple families would make survival much harder. So, by keeping the land under one roof and having multiple brothers share the same wife, the family can't preserve their land, their resources, and their bond. This tradition has been passed down for generations, helping these mountain communities endure harsh conditions. While it might sound strange, in the isolated regions of Nepal, fraternal polyandry isn't just about love, it's a way to ensure that everyone survives together in one of the toughest places on earth. So, that's fraternal polyandry, a unique practice that keeps families together and helps them survive in some of the world's harshest conditions. It may sound unusual, but when you understand the reasons behind it, it begins to make perfect sense. But what do you think? Could this kind of family structure work in other places, or is it too far removed from modern life? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. Let's break it down. Imagine a family with several sons. If each son were to marry and start his own family, they would each claim a portion of the family's land, making it smaller and harder to farm. But in fraternal polyandry, the brothers share the same wife, keeping the family's land and wealth intact. The woman becomes the central figure who manages the household, while the brothers share their responsibilities, duties, and resources. They all live together under one roof. And while there may be emotional complexities, the arrangement ensures that the family stays strong, united, and able to survive in the difficult environment of the Himalayas. It's a unique system that challenges our conventional ideas of marriage, but in the isolated regions of Nepal, it has been the key to maintaining family bonds and surviving for generations. Now, while fraternal polyandry is about survival, you might be wondering, how does it actually work on a day-to-day level? Well, it's not just a matter of living together and sharing land. The reality of how the woman interacts with her 5 husbands can be quite complex. In many cases, the brothers share responsibilities, but when it comes to intimacy, things get murkier. There are no clear rules about how they divide their time or attention. The woman might have to navigate a difficult balance, trying to meet the needs of all her husbands, with each one expecting something different from her, emotionally and physically. Now, the real question is, do they manage this dynamic day and night? Is there jealousy? Is there conflict? While the practice might seem like a simple family arrangement, the emotional and personal toll on the woman, as well as the brothers, is often hidden beneath the surface. In these remote communities, where this tradition has been passed down for generations, relationships can be far more complicated than they first appear. And now, here's the real secret I'm about to reveal. It's so shocking. It will leave you trembling. You won't believe how a woman spends her days and nights with 5 husbands. Truth behind this is far beyond anything you could imagine. And now, here's the real secret I'm about to reveal. It's so shocking. It will leave you trembling. You won't believe how a woman spends her days and nights with 5 husbands. Truth behind this is far beyond anything you could imagine. But if you want to know the full story, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Yes, the wait is over and 5 husbands spend the night in the same bed with one wife, which causes the wife to faint in the morning and the bed sheet to be filled with blood. What do you think about this treatment with wife? Let me know in the comments below. Now, you might be wondering, how do these marriages actually work day to day? Well, it's not just about sharing land and resources. The reality is far more intricate. Each day, the woman in this arrangement manages a unique family dynamic. She doesn't just have one husband to care for, but 5 brothers, each with their own needs, emotions, and roles. Typically, the brothers share household responsibilities and work together on farming or other tasks. But when it comes to intimacy, things get more complicated. There's no set rule on how they divide their time or attention, and this can lead to tension or jealousy at times. But overall, the arrangement is built on mutual respect, understanding, and the need to preserve family unity. While it might seem like a lot for the woman to handle, it's seen as a practical solution to keep the family strong and ensure survival in an unforgiving environment. Now, let's understand this is life in Nepal, a life where traditions and survival are deeply intertwined in ways that are hard to imagine. The land is harsh, the weather is unforgiving, and resources are scarce. In such a challenging environment, families must unite, not just emotionally but practically, to make it through. The practice of fraternal polyandry is just one example of how people in remote Himalayan villages adapt to their surroundings, forming bonds that go beyond the ordinary and keeping their community strong despite the hardships. Now, let's dive deeper into the unique lifestyle and culture of Nepal. Women in fraternal polyandry marriages face immense challenges. Balancing relationships with multiple husbands can be emotionally draining, as each husband has different needs and expectations. On top of that, there's pressure from society to manage the household, take care of children, and keep harmony, all while sacrificing her own desires. Personal sacrifices are common, as the woman's role often comes second to the needs of the family. Despite these challenges, these women show incredible strength, managing complex relationships and maintaining family unity in the face of difficult circumstances. The practice of fraternal polyandry in Nepal teaches us a powerful lesson: humans will always find ways to adapt to survive in the most challenging conditions. In a harsh, resource-scarce environment, people have developed unique solutions, like this tradition, to ensure their survival, whether it's sharing land or managing complex family dynamics. The human spirit is resilient, finding creative ways to overcome obstacles and build strong, supportive communities. It's a reminder that sometimes survival requires sacrifice, compromise, and adaptation. So, what do you think? Could you imagine living in a society where this practice is the norm? How do you feel about the sacrifices these women make in such marriages? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think about this incredible tradition. And don't forget, if you're fascinated by stories like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon for more mind-blowing insights from around the world. Stay tuned for more surprising traditions and untold stories, only here on World Discovery Path.